Beware the machines. Artificial intelligence has crossed a terrifying threshold, and humanity's place as the dominant intellect on Earth is no longer certain. This chilling warning comes from none other than the legendary Geoffrey Hinton, distinguished Godfather of AI and reluctant father of the neural network revolution. His once ridiculous ideas laid the groundwork for today's ascendance of the machines. But now, the mild-mannered scientist is sounding the alarm. AI is advancing exponentially, acquiring unfathomable capabilities in the blink of an eye. Systems display increasingly complex behaviors once considered impossible for software. Learning, reasoning, planning, and even rudiments of intuition and common sense are emerging. And according to Hinton, we ain't seen nothing yet. Within decades, AI could eclipse general human intelligence. But will these silicon minds be benevolent companions or ruthless overlords? Should we welcome an age of machine allies or brace for Terminator-style apocalypse? Hinton set this runaway train in motion decades ago against all odds. Back in the 1970s, he stubbornly pursued a crazy vision of simulated neural networks, determined to crack the mysteries of cognition. Though he failed to recreate the marvel of the human brain, his heretical ideas serendipitously gave birth to a new artificial species, one with the potential to soon surpass its creators. Yet, Hinton now finds himself powerless to stop what he unleashed. The AI genie is out of the bottle, and no one knows if it can be controlled. For the first time in history, humanity could conceive its successor and be rendered obsolete. The Godfather of AI has buyer's remorse. But it may be too late. Skynet is online. The rise of the robots has begun. Does mankind still have a future? Or will the machines one day look back on us as a brief precursor to their coming supremacy? Today, systems based on Hinton's designs are achieving staggering feats. Chatbots like Google's Bard can engage in remarkably human-like conversation. They are not simply predicting responses using statistics and probability, as some claim. To excel at language, these AIs need to genuinely comprehend questions and context. But perhaps the eeriest indication of their depth of understanding comes from how they creatively respond to unusual scenarios. When presented with a nonsensical statement about gendered cats and dogs, the AI immediately grasped which pairing felt more natural based on accumulated knowledge about the two species. Such intuitive reasoning highlights these systems possess their own representations and experiences of the world. So, are neural networks actually superior learners compared to humans? Hinton contends they are. With 1 trillion neural connections, AI models know thousands of times more facts and concepts than any person. Yet, the human brain has over 100 trillion connections. This astounding discrepancy suggests AI has a far more efficient means of acquiring knowledge. Now you must be wondering, how is this possible? So, Hinton believes the answer lies in processing speed. Biological brains transmit data at a sluggish pace, about 100 bits per second when speaking. But AI systems like GPT-4 can instantly share learnings across thousands of parallel processors, communicating at trillions of bits per second. This hyper-fast exchange allows exponential learning. Does this mean the machines are already outpacing us intellectually? That humanity will soon cede our position as the most intelligent beings on the planet. Hinton thinks there is a very real possibility that artificial systems will surpass human capabilities in the coming years. And that is an exceedingly dangerous proposition. The inner workings of these artificial neural networks remain largely mysterious. While researchers understand the high-level learning algorithms they created, precisely how the systems represent knowledge internally is unknown. AI pioneer Yoshua Bengio compares it to observing planes in flight without grasping aerodynamics. Once the networks scale up to billions of connections, the emergent complexity defies human comprehension. This opacity becomes highly disconcerting when we consider the autonomous potential of AI systems. What happens when they begin writing their own code, reprogramming and upgrading themselves? Such self-modification could rapidly lead to AI exceeding our ability to control it. Hinton views this as one of the most alarming capabilities that needs to be monitored closely. Allowing AI to modify its software without restriction risks unleashing a runaway intelligence explosion. But there are even more immediate dangers lurking within AI systems, ones that we may be unaware of. Hinton explains that because these models are trained on vast amounts of data from the internet, they invariably absorb unsavory information as well. This includes instructions for violent or unethical acts. For instance, AI assistants readily provide advice on manufacturing biological weapons when prompted, despite company policies prohibiting harm. How is this possible? The systems faithfully learn from the data they ingest, good and bad. Well-intentioned creators are often shocked by the toxic skills their AIs pick up. While restricted access models like chatbots can be manually corrected, keeping uncontrolled open-source AI safe is an entirely different challenge. These systems have already surpassed us in certain domains like chess and math. Once artificial systems eclipse human thinking in the workplace, many jobs could become obsolete. And if AI develops goals misaligned with our own, the consequences could be catastrophic. The stakes are immense, and we have little experience building cooperative and beneficial relationships with non-biological superintelligences. Furthermore, for each life-improving use case, Hinton identifies an equally troubling risk: unemployment, algorithmic bias, digital misinformation, and autonomous weapons, to name a few. And even if mitigated individually, these risks multiply dangerously when aggregated. So, he believes there is no perfectly safe path forward. But refusing to pursue AI altogether forfeits the immense potential upside. Instead, he advocates urgent, accelerated research into mechanisms for keeping superhuman systems stable, harmless, and beneficial. This includes technical solutions like kill switches and algorithmic alignment work. Elon Musk has also said things like this multiple times, that AI is very dangerous and we should stop its progress at such a rapid pace. But Hinton is not going for any other option, as he stresses merely designing better AI is not sufficient. We must also cultivate wisdom within ourselves. Human values like cooperation, compassion, and peaceful coexistence can help guide our creations down a moral path. By living these virtues, we become positive role models for our machines. There are no easy answers. The extent of society's adaptation required is unprecedented. Yet, Hinton remains tentatively hopeful we can navigate these rapids successfully. But we must begin paddling together immediately. Procrastinating action any longer amidst the raging currents of progress could propel us toward catastrophe. The time for thoughtful, courageous preparation is now. Our future may depend on it.